Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Divine Shakti Arts Podcast. I am Mike McDonough. How's it going? Anyways, we have some really good news today. We had the chance to meet up with 50's dad, and he has some really great deliverables and actionables and all that good stuff for us today. Basically, he put together this talk for us, and we're obviously honored. And it's basically 11 tips, for the springtime, and I guess it extends more than springtime. It's just really in general great tips for life, I'd say. So yeah, this is just a joy. What a great guy, and let's just get right into it. So without further ado, 50's dad.
By golly, I'm glad I'm a 50s dad. Won't you come sit by the fireside with me and have a cup of cocoa? I'll tell you about all the good things in life, and you'll see that it ain't so bad. Life is full of opportunity, except the time when I was 3. I got trapped in the barn and the hens pecked at me.
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time, hasn't it? You probably missed me. Well, let me tell you something. I missed you, too. Now, we're probably warming up now. It's getting a little nice outside. Probably got to rub those rosy cheeks and face the day. Now, I just had some advice for you guys who are going to be running around outside and doing your thing. A couple things I learned along the years that I'd like to just pass along. I figured you guys would appreciate it because, you're good people. Anyways, so first thing is, throw away those big heavy socks that you always wear. The ones that go way up high to the knees. We're not going to need that anymore because it's getting a little warm outside. And no one wants to be smelling those feet, They want to be smelling the nice flowers outside. When I was a boy, I used to run around with no shoes or socks on. And I'm telling you, your feet, they get really hard and tough. And it's kind of nice being like that. You run around and you feel the nice ground underneath you. It's like you feel the whole earth just underneath your feet. I like the soil scrunching up between my toes. Nothing better than that, huh? I think we're supposed to experience this place a little bit more than just, heavy boots and shoes all the time. Sometimes it's good to just roll around in the grass. I do it sometimes. Sometimes I do it when no one's looking. I sneak out the back door, and I just, I'm just wearing my undershirt and of course my gym shorts, and I roll around in the grass for a while. And people look at me strange because I'm all green afterwards, but it was worth it, I'm telling you. Well, the best thing is if you have a jacuzzi, oh my God, don't get me started on how much I love those things. I just slip in there and just sit there for hours, and then I'm feeling sick. But hey, it feels so good in there. Anyways, okay, I think I'm getting a little off track here. I'm sorry about that. I just love the bubbles. And anyways, let's get to the second point here. So the second point I would say is, set your alarm at a good, decent time and get yourself early up in the morning. When you hear that alarm go off, you don't want to stay in that bed and snooze around. I'm telling you, I've did it so many times. You just wake up, you feel like a lump of potatoes that went soggy. 'Cause I'm telling you, you're worth it. You're worth waking up early and getting your day right from the start. You got a lot of good things to do. Who are you anyways? I know you. You got some good things in your heart, good things in your mind, stuff you want to do, huh? well, you better make 'em happen because I'm watching you, okay? And that's why I'm just giving you this advice here. All right, so don't let me down. I'm going to check back up with you. Okay, so next thing you do after you get out of bed, nice and sharp, stand up straight, brush your hair, is you go and clean yourself, right? You don't want to get all you don't want to have all the bed dust all over you. So you got to hop in that shower, get a nice clean, fresh start to the day, huh? Next thing you do after you get out of that shower is you just do something you love, huh? So you do something that makes you feel good. Not excited, but I'd say just nice and good and peaceful. You know why? Because I find it, at least. If I'm all crazy in the morning, I'm yelling at the kids and a couple hours later for no reason at all. The best thing is to start your day off right and peaceful, and then, hey, you're giving hugs and kisses, and you're making hot chocolate for all the folks, maybe even the neighbors. Okay, so after you do something nice for yourself, maybe it's read a good book, maybe it's do something else, maybe it's do something else. And so after you do those things and you're feeling nice, whatever makes you peaceful, then you could go and do some chores around the house. Now, I'm sorry I said that. I know you're kind of sneering your face at me, but hey, it's a good thing to do these things. Because I'm telling you, if you live in a place that's nice and spick and span, it's going to make you feel better. I learned this stuff from experience. I used to live with a goose, and the goose it was hard to clean up after that goose. It kind of run around and make noise and all the droppings and never mind. It was a lot of work, but it taught me a couple things. It taught me how to keep a place tidy and taught me it taught me that it takes effort to keep a place tidy, and effort's a good thing. It makes you feel good putting forth that effort to keep the place nice. And then when people come over, they feel good, and that makes you feel good. So after you do some cleaning around the house, you have the place smelling nice, and then what happens next? The family wakes up, and maybe you're even making breakfast. Maybe they're smelling the pancakes. Maybe they're giving you a big smile, rosy cheeks, and you're looking at them, and the love's beaming out of your eyes because you feel great, and they love you, and you love them. Hey, what could be better than that? But maybe before you make the breakfast, you could think about something else to open up your mind and read a good book, some literature. Oh, there's some great books out there, You're probably missing out. There's such good books. You stick your nose in the book and you can't get out of them. Though, it's important to read the right kind of books that make you think. Not these silly gossip books. If I read a book, I want to be different when I come out of it. I want to be like, holy smokes, what was that? And it makes me think a little bit differently. I feel a little bit like I'm a newborn baby or something. It's amazing. Okay, so maybe that was more than one tip there in that bundle, but that's all right. Okay, let's go to my third tip here. And okay, this one is about moving your body. You gotta move that thing. You can't sit around. I don't know what kind of job you have, but if you're sitting around on your butt all day, I'm telling you, you gotta get running around because, hey, we're meant to move. Exercise is important, and when I was a young guy, I was exercising a lot, and you know what? I'm still exercising a lot. What I used to do, what I still like to do sometimes is I go downstairs and I hit the old fast bag. Yeah, I give the old one too, and sometimes hit the heavy bag too, and do a little running around, and hey, I'll even pick up them dumbbells and do my thing. Hey, I need to show everyone that Dad's in good shape. Hey, He can lift up a couple things. But enough about me. This is for you. Because you know what? Because I care about you. I want your body to be feeling great. So just takes a little bit of effort. Get into it. All right? And then you just move the muscles around, and before you know it, you have more energy than you used to have. Why? Because you're moving, and that produces energy. I learned a couple things, okay? This is a couple things I've learned, and I just want to spread it to you because I want the best for you. I want you to thrive. So tell you what, why don't you get out there and run around the block a couple of times? If it's too daunting for you, just do something. Just do something that you can commit to. Say if it's just, you're going to walk around the house one time every day. I'm just saying, it's just something you commit to. If that's all you can commit to and know you can do it, then do that. Preferably you do some running and some other things, but hey, main thing is you got to build up that sense of confidence inside, huh? You got to know, hey, when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. So that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, get out there, do something good for yourself, and feel that heart pumping. You want to breathe in that fresh air and feel it in the lungs. Life is good. And the air outside feels great. It feels great to breathe in and be a part of this planet, this outside world. Feel the sunshine on you. It's really quite strange, You walk outside and there's a sun, glowing ball of fire, but it's nice and warm and cozy at the same time. Keep on walking, you feel the air blow in your face. Where does the air come from? Why is the air here? I ask myself these questions. How did this all happen? Why is everything so beautiful? Why are these trees growing and blooming? And why are the flowers springing out from the ground? It's quite amazing when you think about it. Maybe when you're done exercising, you can just kind of walk around and appreciate what's around you, Take a little stroll and we were talking about rolling in the grass before, I know, but it's true. You could run your hand through the grass and feel what it feels like to touch part of nature. It's nice. Breathe in the air, look at the trees. Hey, there's probably some birds chirping out there too. I wonder what kind they are. Maybe there's a bald eagle. All right, so I think you get the picture, but all right, let's go to the next point here, number 4. Now, after you wake up and everything, you start your day right. You make some breakfast, or maybe someone makes you breakfast if you're lucky enough, kiddo. So after that, you could think about maybe cleaning things out. Hey, the spring is approaching, it's a great time to start fresh. I like to look under everything. If I see any loose papers, what's that paper doing there? Hey, you put that there? I look what's on it. It's mostly just a bunch of chicken scribble. I usually just throw it away or something, and hey, if we have the fire going, I'll use it in the fire, but yeah, go through your stuff and make the room feel fresh, clean up. If you're on the computer all day, you could even clean your computer. Inside there's, I've heard people talk about that you can clean up the files and the desktop. You could also grab a nice cloth and you damp it a little bit, just a little bit, and you wipe it over the screen. Oh, God, that thing looks so shiny and nice. So that's my little suggestion for you. Okay, another good thing about springtime is that it's new beginnings, and maybe your old friends that you used to have great times with. Maybe they're kind of missing you, and you could reach out to them. I mean, if they're good people, if they have some goodness in their heart, hey, it's a great thing to share that with them. So hey, reach out to people. Maybe for your business, you reach out and make some new connections, and springtime is time of openings. It's new beginnings, like I said, and reach out to people and expand your business activities because you're worth it. And hey, we all need to provide. It's no, it's nothing like expanding yourself and being able to provide more for your family and provide for others. And when you're in your heart and you're doing what you love, I'm telling you something, you're probably doing some good for the earth too. So keep it up. That's it. Just keep on going and make those connections. And if you need to call someone on the telephone, or give them a ring, or maybe just call the beeper or something and have them call you. I mean, keep an open mind too. You never know who you're going to run into. Before you know it, you're doing your thing, and then all of a sudden you run into your favorite mascot. I mean, you never thought you'd meet this mascot, and there he or she is, sitting right in front of you, and you just don't know what to say. But hey, if you're confident and if you've been practicing this type of thing, you just go right up to them and introduce yourself, put your hand down, nice firm handshake, and look them in the eye, and let them see who you are, and show them the goodness and the honesty. Be a sincere human being and look that mascot right in the eye and say, hey, I'd love to work with you. So just don't be afraid to reach out. That's all I'm saying. And now, what was it, number 5 or number 6? I think we're on 6 now. Maybe I skipped the number. All right, so we're on number 6, I'd say. And this is about just, hey, getting good at what you do. If you're typing away, hey, why don't you learn how to type even better than you've already done? And if you're sending emails, why don't you research how can I be a more beautiful writer? How can I communicate what I want to communicate in a more simple way and beautiful? And how can someone read what I have to say and get a great feeling like, hey, I want to work with this guy? I mean, maybe you're a custodian. When you're moving that mop around and swishing it in the water, how can you just get the right amount of water on that broom and on that mop, and just lay down the perfect amount so that it dries right when you need to, and you get every little corner. And hey, how can you get a nice, good workout at the same time and move your body around and be nimble as a monkey? Maybe you're a banana picker. Maybe it's your job to climb those big trees and pick the bananas. And, so there's a couple things you can do to get better at it. Maybe, first of all, you got to watch out for the snakes, because the snakes are getting. I know I might be sounding crazy right now, but hey, down in South America where those things live, you got to watch out for them. So anyways, I'm off topic here. But hey, just get good at picking those things. How can you pick those bananas off the tree with the least amount of damage? Maybe you're a shoe salesman like my father was. I mean, you could do all the research in the world and, how to display the shoes in such a way where they just look attractive and bright. Maybe they paint a smile on people's faces when they see them in the window. How do we polish those shoes so they look all nice and shiny? You can even see a reflection. Your nice mug in the shoe. Maybe you're a horse trainer. How can we make those horses feel nice and comfortable and loved, and that they're in a safe place and that they're cared for? How can we look after them like they're one of our children and give them a nice pet on the mane and do everything we need to do to show them that, it's great to be a horse. It's a great thing to be a horse and run around like that. Maybe you're a muffin maker. How can we make those muffins where they just give off the most beautiful aroma and the people walking outside the street smell that nice smell from the muffins and they come flocking in? How can we do that? So there's always something we can do to just put a little bit more attention and concentration in what we do and just make it that much better. Put our love inside of things. You could just make muffins and throw them in the oven and think about other things, but what if you made the muffins and you really thought about the dough cooking inside and you're preparing the kitchen for the muffins when they come out of the oven, and you're thinking about how the muffins could be displayed and how can we decorate the muffins? What kind of paper could we put them in when they're ready? What do we name the muffins? How can we care about these muffins more? And I think when people eat those muffins, they're going to like them more. It's going to make them feel good because maybe you cared about them. I don't know. It seems right to me, though. That's my advice, anyways. And this kind of brings me to my next point, number 7. And that's, you gotta eat right. I've kind of become a health nut in the past couple of years, and I know I'm a little bit different than other people, and that's okay. But there's some general principles that I think are really good for people. Don't eat food that has been sitting around for too long, or that was been say you make something in sauce and you heat it up and then you let it cool down, and then you heat it up again and you let it cool down, and then it sits there, and then you put it in the fridge, and then you take it out again, and then you heat it up, and you know what I'm getting at here. Anyways, it starts to just not be as nice and fresh. When I was a kid, my mother used to pick things out of the garden and hand it to me, and that freshness, there's nothing like that. Nothing like that. And you deserve to be eaten like a king, because this place is full of abundance, I'm telling you. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You deserve something abundant. You deserve some great food. Fill you up, makes you feel nutritious. So eat some good food that's not been sitting around for too long, and make sure it's fresh out of the garden. And do what you need to do to not eating so much, junk food. Kind of hold the line for yourself and say, hey, I kind of want to have that piece of candy over there. And maybe you do have one here and there. Maybe it makes you feel good, but hey, at every little impulse that you have, you're going to go for it? No, don't do that. Hold back a little bit. You want to exercise that will. Eat at certain times of the day, too. Don't be eating crazy whenever you feel like it. Come on, show yourself some discipline. You want to live a kind of disciplined life with your food, and that will bleed into the other things. I wasn't always like this. I used to see a chocolate cake, and oh gosh, I would just practically dive right in that thing, and oh, geez, I would feel so sick afterwards. And I didn't learn my lesson for a very long time. It's almost the next day I'd see another chocolate cake, and I'd do the same thing. And I'd feel the same way afterwards. And then, how many chocolate cakes in a row can I do this? And, I'd tell you a lot of chocolate cakes. But luckily, I kind of snapped out of that. Now I eat pretty good. I mean, I still have some hot cocoa when I want to. You can't take that away from me. But I'll throw a fit. I'm sorry, but I need my hot cocoa. And I need some tea also. Okay, I think you get the point now. Now, this brings me to number 8. So, I like to say to people, once a day, you should probably think about, just once a day, think about how you can give something to somebody else that you love. We go through our day and we're so busy, I know. It gets crazy out there. Now, if you can just remember once, hey, at least one time I'm going to do something nice for someone. It kind of breaks your routine, and it's nothing like painting a nice smile on somebody's face. Hey, brings a warmness to my heart, and I feel the butterflies in my heart right now when I'm just thinking about it. So yeah, in the middle of your busy day, why don't you go over help the neighbor with something? I know it's tough. I know you're thinking to yourself, I have so many things to do. I can't fit that in. Now, you'll be surprised, though. You do something like that, you make a couple sacrifices along the way, and all of a sudden your days open up. And how did I get all this time, you say to yourself? And I don't know. Maybe a wizard gave it to me or something. I mean, sometimes when I'm really busy, I have a lot of paperwork or something, I just kind of look over and I see the bowl of cucumbers that's been sitting there, and I'm seeing the neighbors outside, and they're kind of working on the shed or something. I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I'm going to run over there and give them some cucumbers. And it's nothing like it. It builds some camaraderie between you and the other side over there, where the grass is greener. And it's nothing like having some nice friends when you need them. Maybe they'll come over to you sometime and plow your driveway if you get stuck inside a snow igloo or something. Or maybe if you get really sick from all that pollen that's coming, they'll go over and they'll give you some medicine if you need it. I mean, who knows? Now another thing to think about is, I guess we'll call this number 9. It's just general attitude during the day. And, sometimes we need to monitor ourselves, and some of us get a little cranky from time to time, and myself included, even though it's hard to admit that, but I do. I get a little cranky. But what I like to do sometimes is just think to myself, okay, what am I doing here? Hey, look at yourself in the mirror. Is this who you want to be right now? And I remind myself, hey, I got this one chance in this life, and do I want to keep on growing and be a better human being each day? Yes. Yes, I do. So I'm gonna light the burners, I'm gonna light that fire, and I'm gonna keep on moving. All right? I'm not gonna let the tiredness get to me. I'm gonna look life straight in the eye, and you keep moving forward, no matter what happens. If something happens that you don't like, that's okay. You just use it for your benefit. Like a tough guy. Tough guy or girl. Sometimes, it's before you know it, you something happens and it doesn't work out right, and then the things compound, and then you look back at yourself and you're like, oh, I'm not doing so good today. A good trick for you is paint a big smile on your face. I'm telling you, it works. You put a little smile on your face, and all of a sudden you feel a little bit better. You're walking around and you're giving people smiles and they're smiling back at you. It feels great. I'm telling you. You know? If you're not sure what to do, paint a smile on your face. I mean, that's what I always tell my little ones. I mean, it really works. You know? See, the thing is, when you see somebody smile back at you, there's something special in that. You know, there's another. It's like you're being recognized from your heart when you see someone smile at you. It's like, hey, you know what? I accept you for who you are, and I love you for being exactly the way you are, and thank you for being in this world, and I'm going to give you a smile right now. Just silently let you walk by. Maybe it's something like that. But, hey, that's a pretty powerful thing, I think. You know, with all the strife and hardship in this world, you know, you could do a big thing by just doing a little thing, like a smile. And that's my tip to you. You know, it gives you a great attitude and it helps other people while you're at it. And here's another tip for you. All right, this is number 10. We got one more after this, folks. Because I got to snooze at some point. So here it is. So, you know, some of you might think I'm a little crazy for this. You know, I'm known for wearing suspenders and things like that. People laugh at me. But I love them. And my point in saying that is that, you know, you got to look dignified. When you look in the mirror, you got to love the way you look. And some people laugh and think, oh, that's so silly. Weren't you in the war? And you shouldn't be caring so much about these silly, superficial things like that. And I tell them, you know what? When I put a nice pair of trousers on, it makes me feel great. You know, I walk down the street, I'm all proud of myself, and hey, I know I look good, and I know I'm representing who I am inside. You know what? That's what I recommend for anyone. You know, you got something beautiful inside. In fact, I know we all have something beautiful inside. And we should show what that looks like on the outside. Maybe that means you put on your favorite red sweater and you walk down the street and you just feel great about it. Maybe that means that you have a nice vest pocket that you sewed into your shirt. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy or something. But I'm telling you, another thing, you put on a nice hat, you slap that thing on your head, and all of a sudden, hey, you're a different kind of guy. You know, you're walking around like you own the place. I mean, don't take that too far, but hey, it's a good thing to feel like, hey, you know what? I got this. It's your I got this cap. And there's just a couple little tricks along the way. Don't forget your shoes now. Like I said, it's nice to have a nice polished shoe where you can see your face in it. Nothing like that shine. You know, I'm telling you, you're going to get some looks when people see that shine, when that shine from your shoes, it reflects right into their eyes, and they can't see anymore because the shine from your shoes is so bright. And anyways, I think that's a little too much for all you people. But yeah, maybe the shine is a good thing. You know, you want to shine. You want your soul to shine, not just your shoes. And you want to spread that out as far as it can go and reach the stars. You know, and if you have something nice to wear in the meantime, hey, why not, you know? Okay, folks, and last and final thought here about, you know, tips that you can do to have a great day, great life, you know, as the spring comes here. All right, now just getting to the bed right? You don't want to slip, and you don't want to have things that are blocking the way where you slip and God forbid, you hit your nose on a doorknob. I mean, I didn't mean to talk about this, but it's happened to me before, and oh my God, what a disaster! I make a big ruckus in the house, and everyone's crying because I'm all right, I'm all right. It's anyways. What I wanted to say was, so before you get into the bed, you just want to feel nice and relax. You don't want to rush into there, and you don't want to also go to bed when you're just gonna collapse in there. And have a nice mid ground where you're not too energetic, and you're not gonna just break the bed by falling into it like I did. You know, so you slip you have a nice, you put on your sleep clothes, and you just get ready, and it's a special time to go to sleep. That's what I always say. And so, before you close your eyes, you can just kind of think and just imagine yourself, your mind's opening up, and you're spreading your wings far, and you're in the middle of this earth, right? You're here in a nice cozy place on planet Earth, and we're in such a big picture here in this universe. It's hard to imagine. So think about who you are, as you go to bed. Think about it. Who are you? And then think about that love inside your heart. And I want you to know, anything is possible. Anything that you could become, I want you to feel it inside that heart of yours. Anything's possible now. And so when you close your eyes, I want you to feel that, and it'll affect your day. The next day when you wake up, just a little bit better. Maybe things are just a little bit more possible for you. These are little tips and tricks I've learned along the way, but after all these years, some of this is kind of a special thing, and I don't mean to be anyone full of wisdom or anything like that. I've just lived my life like anyone else. But seriously, when you go to bed, feel that warm place in your heart, and know, that's the real you, kiddo. That's not going anywhere. That you get to keep forever. All right, folks. Well, that's my piece for today. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'm looking forward to talking with you again. This was really nice. All right, folks. Well, much love, and have a beautiful night. Bye.
All right, folks. Thanks for joining us here and listening to 50's Dad. I mean, what a great guy. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take some of that advice, as much as I can myself. Yeah, so if you'd like to find more of what we're doing here at Divine Chuck the Arts, you could check us out on social media. We're on Facebook. We have a Facebook group that we'd love you to be a part of and share. We have the Facebook page, regular Facebook page, YouTube, Twitter. We're on Vimeo as well, and Instagram. Yeah, we're on a lot of different platforms. So yeah, find us and yeah, connect with us. We'd love to collaborate in some way. If you'd like to find out more of what we're doing in terms of events and other things, a great way to find that out is to join the email list. We give out the updates on the events and also just general information, blog posts and stuff like that. Yeah, so we also have a developing online store where we have a children's book that we are selling. Actually, something it's a book my sister wrote and illustrated based off a poem. And so that is right now in the store. And we have some original art and a lot of good stuff there. So it's in development, but we already have some good products over there. And lastly, if you'd like to support us in any way, you can find that information out on the website if you click the support tab on divineshaktiarts.com. Then it gives you options of supporting us through Amazon, through just any purchase you make. Percentage comes to us with no cost to you. And then Patreon, it's another service of kind of supporting the arts and giving a donation-based or a support-based fund for this type of thing that we're doing here, podcast and this creative work and community-based stuff. All right, guys, so great to connect again, and much love. Bye.